They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And last night, we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Check curls, check curls.
Room to run inside to Foley. 14 yards in the Chicago first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
He's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Here's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. The completion there winds up a rush, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tap.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last time that a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time plays in the running game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. They'll try and run it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ball carrier. Ramon Williams on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky stepping up. He'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a pickup of 10 and the Bears first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch tight end. You got three down.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 43, following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous run. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike, 318. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 13 yards.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score, Packers 14.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That is scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Trubisky rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. Well, they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for it. If you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky with a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Packers 14, Bears 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision to go with picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Trubisky will throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Tariq Cohen. Incomplete.
Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by Pinion is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the delay, Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He was brought down by 18 hits.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made by Kevin King. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
2nd down now. It's Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Carter Fackrell on the tackle.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far over him as possible. Because right now, he is working things for them.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action. Now Rodgers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Enough to start that good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I hung around, I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football. Just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Slant routes effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Draw play, Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 42.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
Now it's Trubisky.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 15.
Quick pass out to Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they first third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
On the second down, it's Jones. They break down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil back in on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, Rodgers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down, Green Bay.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And they went in zone coverage. They were man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchdown. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop for 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
Trubisky to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's third down. They come up now, third and 5 following the incomplete pass. The catch made by Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Detroit Lions. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a good one to kick off the year as the Patriots will raise their 6th Super Bowl banner at home against their rivals through many of those years, the Pittsburgh Steelers. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up the third down.
a 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. Give him a couple of the catch at second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call of the punt team. And it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a good start.
Not only another first down, it also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. From the 41, Trubisky. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Second and 3. At the Packers 33.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job.
A loss of 10 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Bears' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Roquan Smith on the tackle. 5 yards on the play.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Packers 24.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, got a good leadership and a good distributor.
When you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain.
Now Cohen. And he gets us inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Down to lose 1. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question is, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your play? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. And when I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd down for a stop. Now Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On first down, Jones. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they bring what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory there, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Packers 31.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Steps away. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 40.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Caught by Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A 60-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing all sorts of trouble.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. First down. Discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. out of the gun. Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards in the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run with Montgomery, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Forward down.
Here's Trubisky. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown ground. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that will expand 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Go!
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run it with Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Devontae Adams.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Recovered by Chicago.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw, and that is incomplete.
Trubisky's pass intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Now it's Trubisky. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zadarius Smith. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
And they take a knee and whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Just like that. Just like that.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.